All right, all right. Good evening, everyone. If you can hear me, just let me know in the chat box. You can sign in and mark the attendance. This is side class. You're back here this evening. Just make sure to, we are going to start passing the attendance round now. Yeah. Koinsola, can you please pass the attendance round? If you are here already, please sign in. Let me know in the chat box. Sign in with your name, your class, sorry, your level, sorry. Just sign in via the chat box, register your presence. Welcome everyone, welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome, Sipora. I'm sorry if I didn't pronounce that name very well. Sipora, can you unmute your mic and say good evening? Or can you just tell us the correct pronunciation of your name? Thanks. We can't hear you. Zipporah, we can't hear you.
Good evening, sir.
Oh, good evening, good evening. Welcome. Can you tell us the correct pronunciation of your name? That name looks like an Indian name, kind of.
Sipora.
Zipporah, yeah, thank you so much. You're welcome. Okay, I can only see one response in the chat box. Just tell us your name, just your name and where you're connecting from. Your name, where you're connecting from. Welcome, everyone. Welcome, welcome. Oh, God, I'm fired up for tonight's class, man. We are here to make money tonight. Just sign up, put your name in the chat box and tell us where you're connecting from right away. Let's do that in 1 minute. Nos David Mayowa, the birthday celebrant of today. You're welcome, sir. Nos Mamidu Ibukun, my big bro is here. Justina, you're welcome. Nos Alana the Thai Precious, welcome. Okay, we have more people joining us now. All right, Christopher, you're welcome. You're welcome. Please have your seat. Don't sit at the back. You came in early, so please don't sit at the back. Sit right in the front here. Yeah. Thank you. Timileyin, good evening. Can you unmute your mic and say hello to the house, please? Timileyin. Hi, Timileyin. If you can hear me, please unmute your mic and say hello to the house.
Yes, I can hear you. Good evening.
Wow, so glad to have
you.
Good
evening, sir. Thank you.
I'm surprised to see you. Welcome.
Good evening, sir. Thank you, sir.
All right. Also, I would like to announce to us that we have one of our guests, our big woman with the bags here right amidst us this evening. She's already around. Don't worry, I won't introduce her now. The time of introduction is coming, but I cite you, Demisola. Thank you so much for showing up tonight. I cite you. Yeah, the time for introduction. But before then, I think you should just say good evening to the house. Let's meet you, Demisola. Good evening.
Good evening, everyone.
Oh my, Demisola, you're welcome. I'm so happy to have you. Thanks for being part of us tonight and coming to bless us with some valuable information here tonight. Thank you so much. All right. Oh yeah, let's mark attendance now. Just put your name in the chat box. Oluwapelumi Emmanuel, welcome. I can see you, you're welcome. Just put your name in the chat box. So tonight's class is going to be very, very interactive. See, don't try to hide. Like, don't try to hide. Don't try to do the silent student. David Mayo said from last BD. Please, where's the last BD in Nigeria? Okay. Welcome, everyone. All right, this is 8:15. We are 15 minutes behind time. So let's just set the ball rolling. Let's set the ball rolling. Okay. Yeah. Now it's going to rain heavily in class tonight, so just get ready. I believe someone is going to be blessed by tonight's class. You're going to gain a lot of values, a lot of valuable information, models that you can deploy to make extra cash. Now, so as not to waste much of our time, what we are looking at this evening inside class is how to make extra money, extra cash, extra income as a student. How to make extra cash, how to make extra income, how to make extra money as students. Now, we tagged it as students. Well, this class might not be for students alone. Even as registered nurses, even in your places of practice, whether you are registered, whether you are still a student, whether you are having your internship, or whether you are having your youth service, in nurses in any category, there are some specific models, there are some certain models you can deploy to make or to generate extra income. Now, you would agree with me that, you know, it's a popular saying, and I believe that every one of us here have heard it over and over again, that one of the ways to survive the economy or the 21st century economy, whether in Nigeria or outside Nigeria, is to diversify your income. Diversify your income. See, guys, the class has started, so you can begin to take your notes, you can begin to put down your questions now. One of the ways to survive, really, guys, there are certain things we have to understand early as youth, as we are growing up. And one of those things is the way to diversify our income. One of the mistakes some of or most of our parents made while they were growing up or while they gave birth to us during their time is that they depended solely on just one source of income. They depended solely on one source of income. Some of us, our parents are teachers, and the only source of income they have is their salary. Salary. How much is, who knows how much teacher's salary is? Let's say a level 12 teacher now. Let's say, who knows how much their salary is? I know, so I can say categorically well that a level 12 teacher now is earning, let's say, a level 12 teacher's salary in Nigeria is not up to 120,000 naira. It's not up to 120,000 naira. A level 12 teacher, not even teacher alone, a level 12 civil servant are not earning up to 120,000 naira presently in Nigeria. And imagine this person already has like 3 or 4 kids. The first child is in the university, the second child is in the university, the third child is about to write down, the fourth child is in JSS3 or going to SS1. Now look at that kind of arrangement. He has to feed the family, do a lot of other things. So we discovered that at some point, the struggle here and there, trying to make ends meet. Now, as we are growing up, one of the things we have to understand is we have to learn from their lessons. We have to learn from their mistakes. And how do we bring in solution? What lesson should we draw from that mistake they've made? That lesson is diversification of income. If you are here and maybe you are a student or you're already working and you still have just one stream of income or one source of income, I believe tonight's class is going to open your eyes. Yeah, it's going to open your eyes to certain things. So let's just dive right in. I have less than 15 minutes for my session. And before I go, I would like to also make us understand that we are having 2 guests this evening that is going to be sharing a lot of things with us. One of our guests is going to be telling us about, how you can make extra cash as students and how you can balance it with your education, how you can balance it with every other thing you are engaged in. Also, she's going to be sharing a story on how she was able to start how she was able to generate a client, how she was able to get clients to purchase her goods, to place demand on her services. So all these stories she's going to be sharing with us tonight. Also, one of our guests is going to be taking us through how you can digitalize your product and services, how you can put your product and services out there into a global market that somebody from Canada can see your service and place a demand on it. Somebody from the United States of America can see your service and place a demand on it. Somebody from Ghana can see your service and place a demand on it, so that you are not limited by your location. Now, the world is borderless now. The world is very, very borderless, right? Through the help of technology, through the help of media. So tonight, one of our guests is going to be showing us how to register our presence on the global market. So before I move into my teaching, I would like to say hello to Nurse Baby Sola once again. Nurse Baby Sola, please, can you say hello to the house? I would like to see your face now. Would like to see your face now. Would like to see your face. Just say hello to the house. Just say hello. We want to see you. We want to see you. We want to see you.
Hello. Can you see me now?
I can't see you yet. I can't see you yet. Oh yeah, I can see you. I can see you now.
We can see you.
Okay. Hello, everyone. Good evening.
Good evening. Let me tell you something about Nurse Baby Sola before we proceed. She's a very shy person, so please just forgive her. Just forgive her. I believe we are in for a very valuable moment with her tonight. You're welcome. I'm glad to see you, Nurse Baby. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, very quickly, let's fly. Okay, so very quickly, within the next 15 minutes, I'm going to be sharing with us 4 models you can deploy to make extra cash. Now, before I move, I would like us to understand that now these models, or the purpose of sharing this, is not to make us millionaires, billionaires. These are not the tips, like just to, yeah, they can be deployed to make you millionaires on another scale. But the purpose of these models that I'm going to be sharing with us tonight is to assist us as students, as working class, to have other sources of income. You would agree with me that sometimes you can get your salary even as a working class, and you discover that the same day you got the salary, that's finished. But if you have other sources of income, it could be as little as something that will pay for your subscription per month. It could be as little as something that will pay for your feeding per month. It could be as little as something that will pay for your recharge card per month. It could be as little as something that will pay for your transport fare per month. So these things are, they are not, the purpose is not to, okay, maybe something that will make me a millionaire. So don't expect that. But I'm just going to be sharing these 4 models as it is going to as it is going to help us, you know, diversify our income and make extra cash. All right, let's fly. Let's fly. I'll share my slides now. Oops. All right, so the content, what we're going to be going through, we have the introduction, we'll talk about the models, talk about the story, we'll talk about the training, the Upwork training, and then we conclude the class tonight. So introduction, I already gave the introduction. I said in this class, we will look at 4 models you can deploy to make money as a university student. So just forgive that, it could be as even a working class as well. Each of these models has its own unique feature and benefits. It is up to you to pick which one is right for your career aims, or which one is right for you based on your passion, based on your interest, based on your abilities, based on your strengths. So right away, let's just get started. Now, we need to answer one question before we move. We need to answer one question, and that is the question of what actually generates income. Can someone answer that within the next 30 seconds in the chat box? What generates income? Just put, if you know the answer, just type it in 30 seconds in the chat box. What generates income? What do you think generates income? Someone said business. Business. Yes, business. Someone said business. Let's have one more answer. One more answer. What generates income? Business. Okay, someone said business. Do you have any other person that wants to type something there? Adding value. Adding value. Similarly said adding value. Right? Right? Business. Adding value. Now let's see the answer to this question. Let's see the answer to this question. Value. Value. If you can see value on my screen, type value. Type value in the chat box. If you can see value, just type value in the chat box. See, we are in for a serious business tonight. Just if you can see value on my screen, just type value. Type value in the chat box. Great. Value. 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 You need to start catching some things here. Start catching some things here right away. You need to start catching some things now. Value, type value. Yeah, value. So, guys, value. What generates income? Oh, Jemima Adeshino. Jemima, I can see you. Good evening, Jemima. All right. So, like I was saying, what generates income? Value. Guys, the rate at which you are going to generate income or the rate at which you are going to get money is dependent on the amount of value you can offer. The rate of money you are going to generate, the rate of income you are going to generate is dependent on the amount or on the level of the value you can bring to the table. Guys, from ages past, from life everlasting till now until forever, one thing that will continue to generate income, that will continue to be a source of income is value. Guys, you are a registered nurse and you are working with a particular organization. What you are doing for that organization is you are offering them your value as a registered nurse, and that is what they are paying. You are a pharmacist. You are employed by the government or by a particular organization or by someone somewhere. What you are offering them is what? Is value. That's your profession, that career, that certificate that you were able to present, that license that you were able to present that made that employer to give you that job and begins to pay you salary is your value. Take away that license or take away that certificate and see if you will make money. Are we getting something already? So one of the things or one thing that value does to you is it is a source of income, and value comes in different ways. We have different kinds of values. Now, I said here that value has several rewards. One of it is money. Now, I want us to understand something, that as a valuable person, your only reward is not money. Value has different kind of rewards. The reward for value can be in monetary terms, can be in terms of access. It could be access to some influential persons. It could be access to some confidential information. It could be access to some sort of group or platform that ordinarily anybody will not get into. So value has a different kind of reward. Has different kind of reward. Which one of it is money? Now, I know somebody will begin to ask himself now, okay, we are talking about value, we are talking about what exactly does this value mean? Very briefly, I would just like to borrow someone's definition of value. I can't remember the exact definition now, but I'll just paraphrase it. Now, value could be explained or could be described as your level of contribution to a particular individual, group, organization, or family. Your level of contribution, positive contribution in this instance, positive contribution to the life, well-being, or progress and advancement of an individual, of a group, or family, a nation, or within any geographical space. That is what value means. Now, you should begin to ask yourself, how valuable am I? See, I've had a lot of people come into my DM. I was even supposed to just take some screenshot and share with us that some people just message me, sir, how do I make more money as a student? How the money that my mommy and my daddy used to send to me is not enough. It's not this, it's not that. My money used to finish within 1 or 2 days when they send it to me. And they begin to ask, how do I make or how do I generate extra income? And I ask myself, or I ask them, okay, guy, come. How valuable are you? What are the values you have? What are your values? What can you exchange for money? What do you have that you can exchange for money? Because guys, to expect money without giving something in return is juju. Is juju. Now, witchcraft, though, if you don't know, that's a first degree juju. Like I state here, don't expect to receive when you are not giving. Don't expect to receive when you are not giving. And what are you giving in this instance? Value. Value. I hope if you are following, just type something in the chat box. Let me know you're following me. Let me know you're following me. And I believe you're getting something already. Following. Cool. All right away. Let's move. Now, what are these models? Let me just show us these models once and for all. Let me show us this model once and for all, guys. Please, a minute, please. A minute. Okay, guys, sorry about that. Yeah. Now, I said, let me show us these models once and for all. Now, guys, listen, the first model is sell a product. Guys, sell a product. If you are going to make money in this life, even apart from being a student, apart from being a registered nurse or anything, if you are going to make money, as long as it is money you are looking for that you want to make in this life, you must do one of these 4 things. Number 1, you have to sell something. You must sell something. Number 2, you have to offer a service. Number 3, you have to investment. Number 4, beg. Now, I repeat myself, if what you are looking for is money, right? If what you are looking for is money to make, whether your major source of income or your extra source of income or any kind of money you are looking for, it is either you do this 4 of these things. Number 1 is either you sell a product or you sell anything, or you offer a service, or you invest, or you beg. Are we following? Are we following? Are we following? Now, somebody is wondering, okay, we've been hearing this thing since, sell a product, offer a service, invest, but it's not sinking. This night it will sink. If what you are looking for, side class, if what you are looking for is money, you must either sell a product or offer a service or invest or beg. If you are not going to deploy any of these 4 models, don't expect money. As a registered nurse, and maybe you are currently employed by the government or by a private institution or facility, what you are doing to get your salary is service. You are offering, this number 2 model is what you are deploying to get your salary. For anybody working for an institution or working for a company, government or private, what you are doing is you are offering service, and that's why you are getting paid. Take away that service, the money will go. Am I making sense? Yes. Now let's consider each of these models one after the other. I'm going to start from the last one, which is beg. Guys, candid advice. This last model, right? Don't do it. Don't. I'm just advising you. I'm just advising you. Don't do it. Or better still, if you are going to beg, not from just anybody, not from just random persons. Know the kind of person you want to beg from. Of course, if my sister comes to me now, my biological sister comes to me and say, Bratobi, give me money. Of course, it's my responsibility. I don't have any of even if I don't have, if that's the last cash of me, I must give it to her. I have to give it to her. Now that's understandable, right? That's understandable. If begging is if begging is the only thing you know to do, if you are going to beg at all, know the kind of person you want to beg from, right? Because there is, let me explain why I said don't do it. Begging for money let me just put it like that. Begging for money puts you in a kind of, it locks you up in a kind of psychological cage, in the sense that when you beg from someone, it makes you feel kind of obliged to the person, that when the person comes to you, maybe to ask for your favor or to do something, or to ask you to do something that ordinarily you won't like to do, you will feel obligated to the person. You will feel obligated to the person. And it might not even be to a person, it might be to a group, it might be to an individual. It makes you go out of your way to satisfy the person that gave you, or the person you begged from. Are we getting something? So that is why oftentimes, it is not always advisable to beg. Don't beg for money. If you want to beg, know the kind of people you should beg from, right? Know the kind of people you should beg from, right? So that is that about begging. Even the Bible says it in a part of the scripture. I can't remember. I think somewhere in Proverbs, when it was saying, was it in Proverbs now? I can't remember. When it was saying the borrower, right, is a slave to the lender. The borrower is a slave to the lender. The borrower is a slave to the lender. Anything you want to do with that scripture, go and do with it. But don't beg. Well, if you must beg, know who you want to beg from. Number two, invest. Guys, the other thing that can help you to generate income is investment. Now, I understand that we have more students in class tonight, more students. As a student, now one thing that investments could comprise of is that, a lot of investments we have today could maybe need you to put certain amount of money somewhere. What investment means is to commit money in order to earn financial returns, profit, or gain, right? That is what investment literally means. Put your money somewhere, put it into a business, put it into something, and then maybe after a month, after 2 months, after 3 months, you are expecting a return. You are expecting the returns. Now, this might not be very advisable for students, because most investments need certain starting capital, right? There's an amount of money you have to put, and then some people might not be able to get even that starting capital. But if you are able to get some starting capital and you're able to locate some legit investment platform, one way to generate income is investment. You can put your money into something and expect a return or a gain or a profit at the end of a certain period of time. Another side to this investment is something we call contribution. Now, I know some of us would remember this thing we call Ajo in Yoruba. Ajo is not like entirely an investment, but then is a way of stacking your money. Is a way of stacking your money, having reasonable savings. that at a particular period of time, you can get a withdrawal of that savings and put it or do something cool and reasonable with it. All right. And some of us are actually forgetting these models, these particular contribution things. Our mothers and our fathers back then used to do it very well. Sincerely, if we can imbibe this, it's also a valuable way for us to maximize our income and save our money. So let me just introduce us quickly to one platform where you can save your money, stack your money, and also invest. Where you can save your money, you can stack your money and also invest. Now, a lot of us know piggy bank, piggyvest or piggy bank. If you can see my screen, just let me know you are seeing my screen. Let me know you're seeing my screen. Just type yes in the chat box. So let me just quickly show us something. Okay, yes, cool. So you can see my screen. Now, piggyvest is a financial application sort of. A lot of us know it. We can just, if you don't know it, you can download it from Google Play Store and navigate through the application. Now, this is one of the features of piggyvest that will help you to save and invest. Now, there's something called safe lock in piggyvest. This safe lock helps you to lock your fund to avoid temptation of spending it. And then at a particular period of time, you're going to set the time to a point when you're going to need the fund, and then you withdraw at that particular point. So you can begin to save and save, and you are sure that there's no juju in this life that you can do to go and unlock that thing that you've locked. Although there are ways to unlock it, but it's going to attract some kind of punishment that won't make you to want to go and unlock it. So safe lock is one feature of piggy bank that you can use to stack your funds, right? And then another feature I want to show us is let me look for that script. Sorry, let me look for that feature. Okay, that's autosave. Now, piggy bank has a particular feature called autosave. Now, this autosave helps you to save a particular percentage of your money as it is entering into your account. For instance, if I transfer, let's say 10,000 naira to Jemima right now, and then Jemima has linked her account to piggy bank. And then maybe Jemima already sets 20% autosave. As soon as 10,000 naira is entering into Jemima's account, piggy bank is helping her to automatically save 20% of 10,000 naira. That is how much? That is like 2,000 naira. Auto save. So before you even think of, let me quickly transfer this money out, or let me quickly buy something with it, piggy bank has auto saved for you, right? So these are features that will help you manage your fund and then also invest. We can also see the option for invest right here, right? So we can just download the app and navigate through it. If you have challenges going through it, you can send me a DM on WhatsApp and then I'll put you through. Yeah, so let's move. The next thing I would like to talk about is services. Guys. This is where really concerns us most as students, as workers of any category. Also, so that I won't forget, there are also many other platforms of investment. You can learn cryptocurrency, you can learn some sort of, you can learn real estate. Yeah, if you get someone to teach you, although you might have to pay, but you can learn real estate. You can learn a lot of things. A lot of investment, legit investment platforms are out there that you can maximize. And now this is services. Guys, if you want to make extra income or extra cash as a student, as a working class, whatever class, one thing you can do is to have a service you are rendering. Have a service you are rendering. And what are examples of these services? Just some examples. Digital skills are an example of services you can render. Graphics design, right? Web development, content creation, copywriting, freelancing, research, data analysis, writing research projects for people. You can do a lot of this. These are services you can you can set up a what's it called, a laundry service. Yeah, you might need some money to start up here and there. Yes, but the money, the income you are going to get at the end of the day is going to be more than what you use it. You can bring up, you are in a school environment, you are in an academic environment. Students will always want to print something. Students will always want to photocopy something. Students will always want to do one assignment or the other that they want to quickly photocopy and submit. Printing services can do. Get a printer. You can get a printer that has a photocopy machine at the rate of 20,000 naira. Save your pocket money for like 1 month or 2 months. Buy a printer, put it in your school hostel. I tell you, you're going to make more than 20,000 naira within a very short period of time. So you must have a service you are rendering. You can monetize your knowledge and your expertise. You can monetize a lot of people does not know how to do this, or let me say, a lot of people does not want to do it. You know something and you want to teach someone, charge the person, bill the person. If what you know is reasonable, like I know how to play keyboard, I know how to play guitar, and I want to teach you how to play guitar, you will pay. Why won't you pay? You must, it is my expertise, and I want to, of course, I'm looking for money, and I want to teach you how to play guitar. I'm going to bill you to teach you guitar 2 hours every day for the next 1 month. You are going to pay me $100. $100 is not plenty, so don't think $100 is not plenty. That's $100 is like 41 or 42,000 naira as at today. So guys, monetize your knowledge and expertise. Let me show us some examples of myself. This design that you are seeing on the screen was the first design that gave me that gave me the first cash I realized from graphic design. This was 2018, February 2018. Although I've been doing this graphic design before then, but they were nonsense designs, they're not fine and all those things. So I just saw someone that said, PST, good evening. We want to do one program in our church, and I've been seeing your designs here and there, blah, 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 blah. Can you do? Hey, I'm already using someone's time. All right, we'll round up now. Okay, so someone says, this design, blah, blah, blah. Can you do designs for us, and how much are you willing to charge? That would be the first time I'm going to hear someone ask me, how much are you going to charge for designs? I was very happy. I was very, very happy. Guess how much I got for this design? Just guess how much. Guess how much. Because of our time, I got 1,500 naira for this design. 1,500 naira. But when I got that money, I was so happy. Now, what brought this money? Service. I was able to render my service to an individual, and the individual paid me for it. Now, this is another example. This is me doing graphic design. This is me doing web designs and the likes and all those things. So let's move. I think my screen is hanging. I'm trying to move to the next slide. Okay, so this is me doing web development. If you can see my screen, you will see my laptop where I'm coding, writing codes, writing computer programs, and all those things. Yeah. And this was sometimes in 2020 when I was working with a particular hospital in Aja, Lagos, where they were paying me 35,000 naira per month. 35,000 naira per month. 35,000 naira. I was working in this hospital. They were paying me 35,000 naira per month. There are some days I'll collect that salary and then I'll burst into tears. Like, I mean, in fact, if you can see my face in this picture, you will know that I'm not happy. I'm not happy. How can I be in year 2020? How can 35,000 naira be my salary, for Christ's sake? I mean, so at this period, I was able to, deploy some of my skills to generate extra income to support my 35,000 naira salary. Now, this is me playing keyboard in a church. Now, somebody will ask and say, Shebi, it is the work of God. How can you be charging money? How can you be charging money for the work of God? I didn't charge money. I'm not charging money. But this particular service was a special Christmas carol service. And I was invited based on my skills. I can play keyboard. They invited me that, brother, please, we want you to come and play keyboard for us in our Christmas carol service. How much are you going to charge us? I was like, it's all right, it's the work of God, so I'm not going to charge you much, but I charged them. I collected money. Now, these are the ways, there are a lot of things you know how to do, that if you begin to charge for those things, you will generate extra. You can make here, but every time you used to do free here. Stop doing free here. Build the person that comes to, the person is coming to take out of your time, comes to take advantage of your skill. Build the person. Build the person. You know how to, a lot of things. There are a lot. Begin to look into yourself and look around and check those things you can do, right? People are paying for this thing. Anything you cannot do, pay someone to do it for you. That is the principle, right? And this is me. This is me teaching someone how to import and how to sell goods online. This is me teaching someone in this video. This is me teaching someone how to import goods from Alibaba Express and how to post them and sell them online. This is although I don't do this, I don't sell online, but I know how to do it, right? So I'm teaching someone, and this person paid me a certain amount of money to teach him this particular skill. Are we getting something? So let's run because of our time. Now, the last thing, see now, can you see the chat box? So just check the chat. Oh, click media, good evening, sir. Can you see the chat box now? He said, I just charged my boss 25K to learn design today. He even appreciated me for it. Can you see what I'm saying? Can you see what I'm saying? Teach that thing you know how to do. Oh God, I hope we are getting something. This is a living testimony. Thank you so much for sharing, sir. Now, the last thing is product. If you have something to sell, please sell it, market it, brand it, and sell it. Example of products you can sell, they are everyday products. Like it could be food stuff, it could be this don't, you know, you are in a student environment. Okay, just look at this. I bought a digital product for 2K and I made 55K reselling the same product. See these things. See, these are the ways to go. There's no juju about it. This was even 2018. There's no juju about it. If you have something you can sell, please put it online. There are a lot of platforms you can sell your product. Few months ago, one of my laptops got spoiled, and I was like, I can't repair this system again. What then do I do with it? Instead of abandoning the system at home, what did I do? I opened up the system, removed the hard drive, removed the screen, removed everything, removed the battery, and went on Gigi. Posted it on gigi.ng. I sold the hard drive, sold the screen, sold the battery separately, and I made my money from it. If you have a product you can sell, it could be maybe in your academic environment, sell chin-chin, sell sugar, sell granite, sell, see these things, now you define money, now you define money. If you are shy to sell, I don't know for you, money will be shy from you too. Sell things. It could be health and lifestyle product. I have one of my brother right here on this platform. I will not mention his name. If you know him, you will bear me witness. In 2021, this brother made almost everybody in OAUTHC, Obafemi University Hospital Complex, both students and staffs, made them a earpod user. Made them a Bluetooth earpod user. How? This brother would just import from China, maybe sometimes from the US, and import it. Sir, this is what I sell. It works. He'll market it to them and then make his sales, get his money. Get his money. He was doing this till he left Ife in December or November 2021. It was, and even after that, he is still selling. He is still selling it. He's still selling. He's still selling. So these are the things. If you have a product you can sell, please don't hesitate to sell. Let me show you a very epic picture. A very epic picture. This is me, this black gentle boy sitting down, wearing face cap, turning it to the back, sitting down on the floor. This is me in the year 20, I think this should be 2018 or early 2019, baking cake. You can see the cake on the floor, all right? This is me sitting down, mixing cake, putting cake in the oven pan. What am I trying to do? Although I'm not the one in charge of the business, but the goal of this was to make money. We are trying to make money. This was when we were trying to survive in school, trying to make money. This is cake, mixing cake. I didn't have, see guys, let me chip this in before I round up. It does not necessarily have to be your passion. It does not necessarily have to be your passion. Your passion can give you money. What is not your passion can also give you money, right? Baking cake is never my passion, and it will not be my passion. Guys, baking cake is not my passion. Mixing sugar and butter and all these things is not my, it will never be my passion. But I have to do it because what? We want to make money. So guys, if there's anything you can sell to make money, please don't hesitate to sell. And as I round up, what are you supposed to do with these 4 models and with this information that you've gotten tonight? What you should do is study more on these models, determine which one is best for you, consult and ask questions about that one you've picked, and act immediately. Act immediately. In summary, guys, not everybody will be able to sell something. Not everyone has the ability, though can be developed, to teach what they know. Not everybody have the boldness and the patience to invest. And it isn't even advisable to beg. Out of these models, find which one resonates better with you and follow the steps discussed to deploy and earn extra. Right, guys? So just follow these models. Employ any of, you can combine 1 or 2 or 3 of the models. You can pick one, you can combine 3, you can combine 2, you can sell and offer a service at the same time, you can invest at the same time, just to, diversify and spread your source of income. Guys, I've overstretched my own time. We still have 2 guests on the show tonight, and I believe they're going to bless us wonderfully. If you've gained something, just drop fire emoji or just drop an emoji in the chat box as I bring up the next speaker, right? Just drop something in the chat box. Let me know that you've gained something from this session tonight. Let me know that you've gained something from this session, right? Thank you so much, everyone. I'll stop sharing now. Oh, cool. Let me know you've gained something, right? Guys, let me know you've gained something. Right, cool. Thank you, everyone. All right, so right now, I'm going to bring in on the next speaker in this tonight's side class, and that's a person of, our other guest is around. That's Nurse Rachel Kukola. Nurse Mayowa Rachel Kukola. Nurse Mayowa Rachel, good evening. Can you unmute your mic and say hello to us?
Yeah, good evening, everyone. It's great to be here tonight. Thank you so much for the opportunity. And you're doing an amazing job. Listening to you, I was like, you're so passionate about what you're sharing with people, and it's so amazing to see that.
Yeah, thank you so much. Nurse Mayowa Rachel, please, I'm going to apologize that we're going to have to eat into your time a little bit, right? Please just bear with us. Thank you so much. Right about now, guys, see, anywhere you see Nurse Baby, Nurse Baby is coming up now. Anywhere, anytime you see her, beat her. These are the ones, see, forget, these ones are not spending Nightingale money. She understands the nitty-gritty of making money as a student, combining your side hustle with academics, other things you want to do. So guys, Nurse Bimisola is a registered nurse, like I said. She's a web developer, she's a graphic designer, she does freelancing. I mean, she's just plenty person in one, with clap and standing ovation. Can we welcome Nurse Ojedoku Oluwagbemisola into our midst tonight? You're welcome, Nurse Gbemi. We are glad to have you. So sorry for eating into your time.
Good evening, everyone. So glad to be here. And please don't view me when you see me. Don't mind them.
Billy, Bila.
That's right. Don't view me. Good evening, everyone. It's so glad to be here, and I'm so grateful to be given the opportunity to be here with you all. Great minds. Thank you so much. So today we are looking at the topic tagged save, study, and aim. So firstly, I don't want to waste our time because I know our guys taking part of our time. And I want to try my best to make this interactive as much as possible. Please drop an emoji in the chat box so I'll know you are hearing me and you're following. Can anyone hear me? Okay, thank you very much. So firstly, I would like to share my experience, but as well, dish out some things that is going to help us. So when we talk about study simply means acquiring knowledge, just learning something. And when we talk about earning means making money. You just want to make money. So I'm going to talk about different kinds of students that we have. Number one, we have students that they are forced. We all know those kind of students. I don't want to be a nurse, but my dad want me to be a nurse because my grandma, great-grandmother's sister is a nurse. So they are forced to be in nursing. They have other things they are passionate about. They have other things they want to do. Those are student number one. Then student number two, they are the kind of student that they really want to be a nurse and they are really ready to adapt. Like they just want to do everything it takes to be a nurse, and even if not a nurse, to do anything like that part they choose, just as students. Then the third kind of student we have are just the neutral students. If you ask me to come to school, I'll come to school. If you ask me to do business, I'll do business. Anything you want me to do, I'm going to do. So I fall in the category of the third kind of student. I'm just a neutral student. When it's time for class, I come to class. And after class, I do my normal thing. So I would like to just bring up my story fast. I don't want to waste time at all. So I've always been a neutral student right from year one. In as much as I'm a neutral student, I still find out time to do things I'm passionate about, but I don't really see it as something. I just do them like, okay, let me just do this because it makes me happy. And I'm this kind of person that I love business right from when I was in SS3. I've always loved business. So fast forward to the COVID-19 time, it was just a blessing in disguise for me. COVID-19 came and everybody were just at home doing online class. I'm like, okay, what am I going to do with my life? I can't just be waking up, sleeping. Like I was getting tired of it. I'm being the only girl again. Like I'm this kind of person, I don't know how to ask. I don't know how to ask my parents. It's not that if I ask, they won't give me, but asking is actually hard for me. Anybody that knows me, I should be dying like this. I won't ask, which is very bad, I know, but at least it's helped me. During the COVID-19 time, I saw a lot of training online, free trainings, animations, graphic design, blah, blah, blah. A lot of them, I took the opportunity of animation, which was the very first skill I learned. I just learned it just to create funny videos, just for fun. I never even thought I could make money from it. So I just keep making funny animation videos, posting them. Even business owners that are my friends, I make it for them for free. And I'll tell them, don't worry. So that's where my name 3D Bimi came from. 3D simply means 3D animation. Then I added my name, Bimi. And everybody just starts calling me the name. And my friends that I made free videos for, when they ask them, oh, who make this video for you? I said, oh, it's Bimi. She can help you to make it. The very first job I got on animation, the client was like, how much do you want to charge? I didn't even know how much I'm going to charge because I was just doing it for fun. So I asked her, how much are you willing to pay? The client said 3K. I'm like, wow, this thing that does not even cost me anything. I'm like, okay. So I did it for her. In fact, I even did extra for her. that was just how it started. Just taking advantage of that 3D class, that animation class. After the animation class, it was free, but we were asked to pay for an upgrade kind of thing in order to be able to be more professional. I didn't pay for upgrade because we all know students, when it comes to learning things and they tell you pay, you don't want to pay. So I was in that category then. But now I can pay for anything. But then I was in that category. Please, are you with me? Kindly drop emoji there.
Jonas, baby, I'm personally enjoying this story.
Okay, so from there, I was okay, thank you very much, Jemima. So from there, I was able to learn some other skills. I don't know, during that COVID time, a lot of skills were just free. More like they were just giving out stuffs free. So I was able to really take advantage of that. Then I was able to learn graphic design, even though it was rubbish I learned there then, because I learned with just Canva. But I knew that, okay, at least I learned something. After that, I was able to pay for an upgraded class, and I learned more. Then from there to web developing, like that. So one major thing I want you to figure out as a student is you don't really have to do what you're passionate about. As for me, it's not as if I'm passionate about website designing or graphic design. I just like it because it's making money. Okay, don't tell anybody what I'm telling you, but it's even making money more than nothing. Like, okay, right now I don't have a job. Like, I'm not even after looking for a job because of money. If I'm ever getting a nursing job right now, I just want to get this. So I just gain experience and just practice.
No, baby, let me interrupt you there. Guys, did you note that point? How can someone be so comfortable to an extent that says, I'm not even looking for a job. I'm not even looking for
I'm not so comfortable.
I'm not so concerned. Imagine, guys.
I'm not so comfortable, but I just know that if I'm looking for any job, I won't get more than 60K, 70K, the normal nursing job salary. And one thing I just want you to know as a student is that no matter the kind of industry I employ, mainly in this Nigeria, me personally, I've not seen that hospital or industry that is willing to pay you 200K. In fact, 150K. Well, I had Chevron pay, but you have to have some years of experience and all. So being a student, you want to buy some stuff that you don't even want to tell your parents. Okay, I want to go to birthday with my friends. I want to do this, I want to do that. In fact, I want to buy some handouts. And you say you want to pity your parent that, okay, these people have been collecting money, collecting. Nothing is very expensive. We all know, from our school fees to a lot of things. You want to pity them. You see a lot of your friends doing business. You're like, oh, I'm shy. I don't want to do business. Okay. I was shy too at a point, but when I needed money, I know that, okay, I need to start making moves. So one thing you have to consider as a nursing student or as any student at all is getting a side hustle. It's going to really help you, because no matter what, okay, unless you are Odogo, we have some people that are really made, like well made, they don't need money. Or even with that, you still need a side hustle. You still need to make money. One way you can make money is through reselling, buying and reselling, known as affiliates. Yes, I'm bringing that first because I don't like to always talk about my skill first, that because it's not everybody that like anything web designing, graphics. It's not everybody that has passion. It's not everybody that can even deal with it. So I'm bringing affiliates first. Affiliates, you don't have to even use money to start. Okay, I have someone that is selling this product. It doesn't even have to be wholesales. It doesn't have to be wholesales or anything. Okay, this person is selling bag. Okay, I'm in a nursing school. We have many ladies. They will buy bags at least twice a month, or let's just say once Start selling bag. You don't have to buy them and bring them. Start selling, start taking pictures, post them. If the person posts for 35, you post for 15. You're making your money. Before you know it, you're making money. A lot of my classmates did that, especially during the COVID time. In fact, I was so surprised when we resumed, everybody were CEO and everything. So it's just the fastest way, no stress. The only stress you can face is maybe during dispatch or you want to go and pick up your goods, and it's very easy. You don't have to do more than you can do. The little ones, just start. So the second thing you can do to make money as a student is freelance. Freelance is actually a very good way to make money. It has both its benefits and its disadvantage. If you are someone that is very good in literature, you know how to write, you just know how to do some of those major things, go for freelance and make money with it. People are making, in fact, on Upwork, when I see how much people charge, I'll be like, I'll not go and drop my skills and go for freelance like this, but
That's good. Thank you so much. Can you just expatiate a little bit on what freelance is like? What does freelance mean for people that might not get that?
Okay, freelancing freelancing is just where you can trade your skills, mainly writing, anything that has to do with writing. It can even be video editing. You can freelance any skills you have. So you trading it for money, and they charge in dollars on some platform like Upwork and the like. Just have to know your way. Another way you can make money is through YouTube and TikToks. Those two apps, people are really underrating them. People are making money on TikTok. I have a friend that is really making, I've been doubting it before that it's a lie, TikTok is not paying people, but actually TikTok is paying. If you know you are this kind of person that you are not shy like me like this, you can face camera, you can talk, you can put your energy, please use it for TikTok. Don't even say because people are not liking your post. Just keep posting, just keep doing it. With time, you see that those people that are not even backing you up, they'll be the one that eventually come and just be like, oh, my friend is a celebrity. And also YouTube start paying once you have, I think, 1K followers or so, and some certain number of views or so like that. Sure. I don't really know much on it, but YouTube also pays. That's why I see before, especially those that travel out, any small thing like this, they've started telling their journey on how where they are is and everything. So another way you can make money as a student. Another way you can make money as a student is by, I think Nostobe has said it before, by trading your service. Like as a student, even in your hostel, there are some things that you wish that if there's someone that could just help you to do it, you just pay. Like me, when I was in the hostel, my room was upstairs and I hate fetching water inside keg. If there's someone that could help me to just carry that keg of water, I'm willing to pay 100 naira, even if it's 50 naira, I'm willing to pay, but no one. And most of us were broke, but nobody wants to take it. Everybody is doing bigger and big boys. If you know that you need money, those major things, just start doing it. Before you know it, that 15 naira, 100 naira, it's returned to thousands, from thousands to millions. Before you know it, I know it's me, it's my sound. They will not be calling me around, but no, it's the little way you can start. In FUNAB, there's a particular girl, Erand.bc or something. What she does mainly is help you to get food stuff. Students are lazy to some extent. So what she does is help you to get food stuff, package it. If you are buying pepper, she'll remove the sharp and everything and package it inside liner and deliver it to you. You pay her. The pepper you're supposed to buy in the market for 200, she'll sell it for 500. Yes, you pay because you are a student and you feel, at least she's using my stress. So those are just some of the things. There are other things, in fact, many things you can do to make money as a student. All you just have to do is start, take action. Fine, when you start, there are some challenges you're going to face. Number one, your friends are not going to patronize you. Just know that. In fact, get that stick into your head. Please, is anyone with me?
Ma, we are with you, ma.
Okay. All right. Your friends are not going to patronize you. That's one thing. At first, I was feeling bad, but as time goes on, I get used to it. They were not patronizing me. They were not even posting, just to post my business flyer. They were not doing it. Outsiders were my major clients. In fact, till now, but one thing is just that when they say that, okay, this girl brand is growing, everybody wants to fans. They want to come near you. They want to, this, that. But bro, you don't need that. Like, just let them know. Even if it's your best friend, if your best friend is patronizing, let them pay. When you start, nobody was with you. So know what you are doing, and don't say because she's my friend or anything. Even your best friend, please, when they are patronizing you, let them pay. Business is business. After business, you can go back to best friend. So one thing you should just notice, your friends are not going to patronize you, even your family members. And if your family members patronize you, you're doing free job. That's another thing. There's this auntie I worked for, and till today, she still have my 30K with her. Auntie did not give me my money. And she's making money. In fact, she's still using the flyer and everything to today, but she didn't pay me. I learned my lesson then, sure. So that's one thing to note. The second thing you're going to notice is you have to just balance, you have to balance between student life and entrepreneurship. It's something that really should I say, I really battle with it after the COVID-19 time. Because after the COVID-19, it's just as if I didn't even know. I got it in third from your friends won't patronize it. Yeah. I didn't even know if I'm still a student or not. I don't know. The first time we resumed, I had 5 ref in nursing school. Everybody were telling me, once you leave this your business, it's distracting you. Deep down, I know it's not my business that is distracting me. I know it's the fact that I wasn't determined in my mind to, okay, I'm back in school. What are the things I have to adjust? What are the things I have to do? I didn't do that. I just feel like, okay, let me just be doing things normally. You have to strike a balance. You're in school and you're also running a business. Like, you're doing two different things. If you do not strike a balance, one is going to be lacking. And the number one thing is just your school. At every given point, you have to always choose your school. You have to always choose your school. There will be a time, okay, there was a time I was having an exam and I have to deliver a job to a client that same morning. I had to refund. I'm sorry, sir, I can't meet up. I'm having an exam. So I had to refund. It's no big deal. Many other clients will still come. You don't have to just disturb yourself and start putting panic. Just let it go. So another thing, sorry, please. So another thing you have to take note of is business is not sweet. In fact, even if you are selling only biscuits, you surely face your challenges. That's just one thing. Business is not sweet. It has its bad time, it has its good time. Just enjoy the good time and get ready for the bad time too, and learn how to cope and move out of it. So I'm going to be listing some skills you can learn as a student, because I know students don't like to spend money. Anything pay. If it's more than 2,000, in fact, 1,000, students don't want to learn. You don't even have to pay to learn most digital skills. To me, you don't have to pay to learn. You have your YouTube, you have your Google. Search anything. You'll be surprised how much information you can get there. You don't have to start you want to pay. Some of those people you are even paying. Some of those people you are paying, they are getting it from YouTube. So why are you paying? I'm not saying you shouldn't pay for it, because of course pay. But before you pay, please check YouTube and see the information you're able to get and things you're able to gather before you pay or do everything at all. So I know right now you'll be asking yourself that, okay, when I start my business, how do I get clients? Okay. Getting clients was not actually my major challenge, because I read a lot of books, and I was able to learn some sales tactics from there. So getting clients was not my major challenge. So one of the things I learned from it is, when you are just starting a brand, get people that you work for and they'll speak good of your brand. Like, they'll give you good reviews and they'll also talk about your brand. I did free jobs for about 4 to 5 brands, and till today, those 4 to 5 brands, they still keep referring me to people. I started 2019 until today. Imagine, they still keep referring me. Even though some of them, they don't really patronize me like that again, because I don't used to have their time, and they expect me to collect the same pay of them, but I can't collect the same pay again, but they still want the same pay, but they still keep referring me because they know what they got from me, and they know what they got from me, and they know the value. So that's just another thing. And if you are venturing into any business, if you are giving any service, please give the best. Because even if you are not really making much money from it, just make sure you are giving the best, because it's that best that you are. Can you hear me?
Yes, can you?
It's that best that you are giving that will make people to come back to you and say, okay, I love your services the last time. Please, can I have this again and all? So you have to just give your best, and don't overprice or don't overcharge your clients. Because if you overcharge those clients and you give the clients, fine, you give the client the value they want, and the clients go somewhere else. Okay, you charge me 5,000 for this, and I went somewhere else and the person charged me 1,000. I'll feel like, oh, this girl cheated me. I won't want to come back. So that I just wanting to know, don't overcharge your client. Just charge them the honest, nice price. If you are giving extra, sure, you can charge extra, but don't overcharge your clients and give them the right price. So before I round up, I would like to know if there's any question, if there's any contribution. Sometimes referrals are more important than exactly, that's true. Referrals are very much important. In fact, most of my clients, I get them through referrals. Even when I run ads, I still get my paying clients from referrals. So I'd like to know if there's any contribution before I round up, please.
Well, if you have any question, you can just drop it in the chat box. You can drop it in the chat box if you have any question. Thank you so much. Oh boy. Mama just opened some very deep secrets to us. and I hope that we all caught that, really, really. A quick one, Baby. Let me quickly ask this before you go. I think you've addressed it. I think you've addressed most of the questions I have here. Okay, so that it won't look as if Nosbimi has just come here to come and give us some kind of lambas and can you just maybe, okay, I think we'll need your contact, your WhatsApp, your social media handle, so that we can follow you and see some of your works, right? So that we can see some of your works, and maybe from there too we can get to know more about you. And Maybe, please, this is a very personal question. You can choose to answer or not answer. You are currently not working. So, like, how much, just give us a range of how much like maybe, let's say in a month. You are currently not working. Just give a range. We don't need the exact figure. Just a range of, let's say the worst come to worst per month. Like, how much do you earn from your side also?
I don't have a fixed amount, because this month I may not see any clients, and next month clients may just be rushing in. But yeah. All I know is I earn enough to feed myself and to order.
That's been is very diplomatic, I can't say. All right, cool. Okay, we have a question here in the chat box. This person is asking, can you give us some tips on how to balance schooling and business? On how to balance. I know you've talked about it. Can you just give us a
Okay. One thing you have to take note of as a student is you have to know your weakness and your strengths. If you don't know your weakness and your strengths, you just keep flopping. So you have to know your weakness and your strengths and work on it. Also, you have to have a study plan. You have a study plan, have a form plan and business plan. The time you should be using to study, so you won't be using it to do business or have fun. And also no crash reading. Don't read 5 minutes or exam. Like as long as you are doing your business, keep reading. Also, one thing that really helped me was because people keep talking that my business is affecting my studies. So I just keep telling myself, see, you must not fail. Because if anything happened, they'll say, oh, because she's doing business, oh, because she's always on TikTok doing this, doing that. So that's just one thing you have to just take note of. Another thing, you have to believe in yourself, because no one is going to believe in you. That's just the truth. No one is going to believe in your business. Nobody is even going to believe, oh, this business she's doing is going to make sense. Even till dates, my daddy used to say, Okomama te computer, like, I'm sorry, I'm speaking Yoruba. You just be pressing laptop morning to night. Go and look for a job. So you just have to believe in yourself, because if you don't believe in yourself, you just find yourself getting tired, and at the end of the day, stopping what you're supposed to be doing. Another thing, you have to take action. If you not take action, you just be there planning, thinking, months going, days going, you not take action. So, any other question?
Thank you so much, Nurse Baby. Thank you so much. You mentioned a very interesting point that I would like to emphasize. Guys, if you are going to maybe start earning with your skill or combine side hustles with your schooling and studying, guys, you have to understand the kind of person you are. You have to know yourself. It is very, very important, because that is going to help you to know when you're already going too much and when you need to, draw back a little bit and give time or prioritize your task and all those things. So knowing yourself is very, very key. Knowing your strengths and your weaknesses, knowing how you read and understand best, knowing how long you need to read before you understand, knowing your kind of study pattern. Are you an auditory reader? Are you a visual learner? Are you the kind of person that just needs to hear someone say something and then you grabbed it? Are you the kind of person that needs to sit down with the book and read and read and read and read before you grab it? Are you the kind of person that needs to watch YouTube videos before you understand a particular concept? So when you understand these things about yourself, about your academic ability, you'll be able to see how you can balance between your side hustles and your academics. Last week or last 2 weeks, I was in a school. I was to have an exam which is going to span for the period of that 2 weeks, like 2 weeks straight, Monday to Saturday, Monday to Friday, 2 weeks straight. I was supposed to have an exam, very serious exam at that. And do you know that in these same 2 weeks, I have to review one of my side hustles is CV review and cover letter and personal statement writing. These same 2 weeks, I had to review CV for 60 guys. I didn't say 6, for 60 clients unfailingly. I have to review CV and prepare cover letter for 60 clients unfailingly that same week. This was just last week, guys. I knew myself, and that was why I was able to take that kind of job. I knew that, okay, this is the way I read. This is the way I can juggle these things together. If I'm the kind of person that anytime I'm having an exam, I can't do any other thing, I will just reject it. Is either I reject the job offer or I fail the exam, right? But then I was able to take it because I know that, okay, so day, I'm going to review 5 CV per day within this time to this time. And after the 5 CV review per day, I'm going to leave it. So at the end of 5 days or at the end of the first week, that's let me say 6 days now, 5 multiplied by 6, I've reviewed 30 CVs already. The following week, same 6 days, 5 CV review per day, I've reviewed another 30, making 60. This was how I was able to put. So guys, understanding yourself and know your strength and weaknesses is very key to help you to balance your side hustles and your academics. And also, Nosbimi mentioned something when she was talking about referral and how to get people to patronize you, maybe your product or your services. Let me quickly chip something in again. That referral is very, very key. I built a logo for someone in 2018. Since 2018, guys, since 2018. And this person called me just last month that, bro, are you available for a particular job? I have one of my friends is open to set up a business and he needs a logo for the business. Are you available to do logo for this person? How did I connect to this person? I did the logo for the person in 2018. And the person still remembers till today that there's a guy somewhere that still does logo. And that was because I did it for him very well. And then even this job, this particular referral is from someone in the UK. I mean, I got paid in dollars. I was so, who will not be happy? I was very happy to get that job. And that's not the only referral. I've gotten referrals. I'm still getting referrals for my side hustles, graphic design, web development, CV reviews, and all these things. Anything you do, when you offer your services, when you offer your products, make sure you are giving something cool so that you can get more people to come in. So guys, thank you so much. Nosbimi, thank you so much for your time tonight. Really, we are so grateful to have you. And
thank you. I'm so glad to be here.
Our students have learned so much from you. So please remember to give us your Instagram handle, your social media handle, so that we can follow you and be part of what you are doing. Thank you so much, Nosbimi. All right, guys, we are moving to the last session of tonight's class. The last session of tonight's class. You don't want to miss this particular one. You don't want to miss it. When Nosbimi was talking, she made mention of freelancing, right? Freelancing, putting your skill, your services on a global market that is able to attract customers, to attract clients from all over the world, irrespective of your physical location. You can be in Nigeria and attract clients from America. You can be in Nigeria and attract clients from England. You can be in Nigeria and attract clients from Benin Republic. Yes. So that is the session we are moving on to now. We are going to be having a very comprehensive training on how you can digitalize your skill, place your skill in the global market, and be able to attract clients from all over the world. One of the platforms for doing that is Upwork. And we have our guest, the person of Nurse Rachel, Nurse Popular Rachel, who is ready to take us on that class. Nurse Popular Rachel, good evening, ma. You are welcome. You can have the stage now, ma.
Good evening once again. Thank you so much for having me here tonight. And let me first start by apologizing because you'll not be seeing my face for tonight. There's currently a power outage in my area, so it won't be possible to show my face. I'm sincerely sorry about that. And okay, like he said, I'll be taking the session on how you can set up your account on Upwork, and I sincerely appreciate the privilege to be here tonight to be doing that. Okay, so let me start by sharing my slide. And I also, can you make me a host so that I can share my slides with?
Yes, sure, I will do that. I'll do that right.
Yeah.
Sorry.
All right, so and I must appreciate, I'm so sorry, I'm trying to remember your name, Miss Ojedokun Oluwagbemisola, for the amazing session that she has taken, and likewise, Mr. Oluwatobi Adewumi. I could relate to what she actually shared with her, and I found myself nodding, in agreement with whatever she has said, shared with you guys. And trust me, she has hit the nail on the head. And those are the things that you really needed right now to get started, in whatever, to get started from earning from your, digital skills. And then also from what Mr. Oluwatobi Adeomi, the part that I could get why he was sharing as well was also, fantastic. I remember saying that he was sharing things passionately with you guys that you need to know, really, really need to know, especially as a student nurse or as student nurses. So I'm still waiting.
Oh, sorry, I'm finding it difficult to do that. Just a second, please.
Oh,
If I'm unable to do that, I think I'll just share. I'll share a slide from here.
Okay, then that would be okay.
Okay, can you see my screen now?
Yes, I can.
All right, all right.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, so I'll be taking a session on Upwork setup and utilization for freelancers. So like Mr. Oluwatobi have explained earlier, Upwork is a platform where you can, leverage on to monetize your skills or render services to people globally. So you're not limited or restricted to a particular location. The fact that you're in Nigeria, you can also earn money from other parts of the world. And this is not only restricted to Nigeria, like you said. You can earn money from Nigeria, you can earn from USA, you can earn from India, England, depending on the kind of skills you're offering to people or the services you're offering to people and the location they have. So, and then one beautiful thing about Upwork is they've regularized the platform in such a way that there is a common currency that you can earn from. So you don't have to stay at the mercy of maybe, how you can say, okay, clients from Nigeria can be, or how clients from USA or maybe India can be, for example. So you have a common denominator, currency denominator that you can earn from. Next slide, please. So to get started, let me do a little bit of introduction about myself. I'm Mayowari Chakupola. I'm a registered nurse. I'm a content writer and a graphics designer as well. So people tend to ask me why this combination. So I always say this only happened because of my inquisitive nature. I'm someone that is always curious and willing to learn new things. So when I was about to graduate, let me do a little bit background about my story. So when I was about to graduate from nursing college in the year 2019, I had this the satisfaction within me. I was like, aside nursing degree, what else will people know about me? Like, what value can I bring to the table aside from the fact that I am a nurse? I don't want everything that is there to me to just be that I'm just a registered nurse and that's it. I felt I needed to do more, and then I looked for means to develop myself to be more and to offer value to people. So, and then because during that that moment that I had, COVID-19 happened, and I think COVID-19 was the changing, if I can put it that way, the changing factor for most of people, because it was a time or a period I could learn these skills that I currently have. So I started, exploring things. I wanted to learn, graphic design properly, but I didn't have a laptop then. So I thought, oh, how will I be able to go about this? Then I stumbled on a training whereby I can learn graphic design with just my mobile phone. And, I enrolled for the training, and since then, that has been helpful. And then the content writing journey started, let me say I was serious. I become serious about it this year actually, because I'm a writer. I felt, I always feel like putting my thought across to people, and I feel like they'll be so interested in, reading about it. And why I started on LinkedIn, I realized that people actually charge for writing. Like they write for people and then charge for that. And I was like, I could also write, and I can do that very well. And I can also earn money from this. So I thought, why not start out? So I looked out for a problem and created a solution for that regarding registration for foreign trade nurses in Nigeria. So I put up an article to help them, on the processing, right, on how they can register as a nurse in Nigeria. And because of that, a nursing blog saw my article on LinkedIn and then thought that, okay, they want to have me to write for their blog. So that was how I landed my first writing job on LinkedIn. And since then, I've gotten, different jobs and connections with people that, have been very helpful to me, as well as, earn money in return. And one of such connection is the convener of this program in person of Mr. Oluwatobi Adewumi. So it was through the fact that, okay, I volunteered for a program, a Nurses Week program, that I got connected with him. So that's just a little bit background about myself. So the next slide, please. I hope I'm not boring you all with my talk. So tonight, we'll be going straight into the matter of tonight. So we'll be looking at how to set up your Upwork account, how you can receive payment from Upwork, and tips to optimize your account, then bonuses or additional resources to set up your profile and land jobs on Upwork. So next slide, please. Okay, so like I stated earlier, Upwork is a platform that connects you with clients that you can render your services and then get paid in return. So like I said, you are not restricted by your location. That the fact that you are in Nigeria doesn't mean that you are restricted to the kind of people that you can offer your skills or services to, right? So you can be in Nigeria or whatever location you are in Nigeria and then earn money globally, right? So Upwork gives you a platform to do that. Next slide, please. So, and then we have certain skills that are in demand on Upwork, apart from the skills that Ms. Bimsola have mentioned earlier. So these skills are not limited to only these. In fact, there are a lot of skills that you can, or services you can render and then earn money in return on Upwork. So we have skills such as data scientist, data analyst, programmer, writer, designer, video producer, SEO specialist, and so on, right? So there are lots of skills and then lots of services. So the same way that you have people rendering services and offering their skills to earn money in return, is the same way we have people that are looking for freelancers, right? So they are looking for people with these skills that they can hire so that they can pay them for the services they're about to obtain from them. So for example, you might have someone, I remember, last week that I checked my Upwork account. So I thought someone that needed a writer for a writing project. So she was like, I'm willing to pay so amount for this particular project. Is like a college project, and I need to submit within so amount. So it doesn't have to be a big company, right? So there are big companies as well. There are people that hire for people. There are also people that just come because they need your services. So that example is the one that I shared of a student that needed someone to help her on a writing project. So there is no limit to what you can do. It depends on the kind of services you're willing to render to people. So I've shared that example because I'm a writer, right? So, and most of my search would be tailored to this particular what's it called, to this particular skills, like I said. So you have projects of you can be a ghostwriter for someone. You can be a content writer for a blog. Different things that you can do on Upwork and then leverage on. I've seen things that I'll be like, oh, these skills, like, do people really pay for pay people for rendering them these services, right? Even CV review, and other skills that you can do for for people and then earn money in return. So another example that I would like to give is, the fact that you are nurses or you're a student nurse is also another leverage for you, because there are blogs and there are websites that need your skills. There are nursing blogs, there are healthcare blogs that write related to healthcare, they write healthcare content or put up healthcare content on their website. So, they might just, there'll be a website that will share about, health tips for maybe diabetes, all those kind of websites and blogs that you see online, right? So all these people, they need healthcare professionals to write for them because they believe they have the necessary experience that can help them put out the kind of content that they want. So you get people on Upwork looking for healthcare professionals that can write for them. So the fact that you are even is also an added people that also write health related book, right? And they need a ghostwriter for them to be able to put out that book. So they need someone with the background knowledge of health and healthcare related things and all. So because they can't just go out and hire someone that just to write their book, right? They need someone with the experience so that they can get the needed expertise to put out the content that they want to put out. So that is also one thing to keep in mind. The fact that you are a nurse is also an added advantage for you to explore to explore Upwork, right? So I just needed to mention this. I'm buttressing the point that Ms. Bimsola mentioned that you don't have to have a grand skill. It's not everybody that will like programming. It's not everybody that wants to be a web designer, right? So the fact that you can write can also be an added advantage. Like I said earlier, right? I can't even imagine that I could earn from my writing skills. I just thought, okay, who would pay for me? That's the thought that I have until I realized that I didn't even bid for the job that I got for that nursing blog. The person reached out to me because they saw the article that I put out and thought he would want me to write for the blog. So that's one thing to keep in mind. So, the fact that you have a skill, you must break that limit that you might have in your mind to be able to, launch out. Next slide, please. I think I'm taking much time. Okay, so how to get started on Upwork as a freelancer? So we start with setting up your account. So what are the things that you need to do to be able to sort up your account and then earn money on Upwork? So let me just say this so that in case I forget, you can remind me later. So I've sent a link of resources that you can use to be able to, properly set up your account on Upwork. Just seeing this now, you might need to do that yourself, right? So if you need further help with that, you can go to those resources, and then we have YouTube tutorial, YouTube videos rather, and then we have link of articles that you can go through to help you with the process, right? So we start with setting up your account on Upwork. Next slide, please. So first you go to Upwork.com on Google, just search for Upwork.com and then you get the website. So when you get to Upwork.com, click on sign up. So when you click on sign up, next slide please. So it gives you the option to use your mail address, your Apple or Google account to register with Upwork. So if you want, you can just register from the scratch. Otherwise, you can connect your Google account with Upwork, right? So when you connect your Google account with Upwork, you don't have to go through the stress of password and other thing. Next slide, please. So when you register with your Google account, then you can verify your email address. Otherwise, if you want to use your email and you don't feel like connecting your Google account, you can also go through this step. You add your name and then create a password, choose the country that you are working from. So in this case, it will be Nigeria, and then what you want to do on Upwork. So now in this case, you're working as a freelancer, right? So that is what you have to select. Otherwise, if you're hiring for a project, maybe you need someone to work for a project, you can also choose that. So after that, after you've set up the initial part of your account, Upwork will send you a mail directly to your inbox that you need to verify so that they can verify your account. So you just have to verify your email address from your inbox, and then your account will get set up. Next slide. So after that, when your account is set up, you dashboard, your profile dashboard, and then set. The first part is just you opening an account with Upwork. The next part that I'm going to be sharing with you is how you can, set up the main thing, the important things that you need to, set up to be able to, launch out on Upwork and then get clients effectively. So to begin, you have to, on your dashboard, I will show you when I get to that slide on how your dashboard will look. So on your dashboard, you have to select the main services you are going to provide for your clients. So in this case, you're going to select a major, like an overall category of service. So for example, writing, right? So I'm a writer, so I'm going to use this example as we proceed. So if you're a designer, maybe for example, a graphic designer, in this case, you can choose designer, right? And then that is your overall category of work, the overall category of work you're going to select. Then the next thing you're going to select now is the particular skills you want to specialize in. Can you move to the next slide, please, so that I can show them that? Okay, so that's, for example, can be a content writer or maybe a medical content writer. So in this case, like I shared the example, right? You're a nurse, right? So the fact that you're a nurse, you can use that to write for maybe, like I said, blogs, right? So you can say you're a medical content writer. So after that, you have to type in 10 skills, up to 10 skills that that you can provide. So, or skills that they are close to what you can provide. So for example, now, the first major category that I said is writing. The next, niching down. So you're niching down now. So the next type of services, I said content writer, medical content writer. Then the next skills that you can choose now, next type, please. So you can choose, apart from all these, you can choose ghost writing, you can use book writing, healthcare, medical, blog writing, content writing, editing and proofreading, medical writing. You can choose all different kind of skills related to writing. So it doesn't have to be only content writing, because if you look at this, you can write a book for someone that needs maybe a writer for the health related book, for example, right? You can get someone that needs to write an essay for maybe their project. The example that I gave now, so just imagine someone, you can get someone that need a person to write for maybe their nursing care plan, and they feel like they have lots to write. Okay, let me just give this example. I got a project last week and someone needed to write the care plan. I need someone to, to help them with that. Maybe they have something to do or not, or something. I don't know what the reason might be, but I got that project to write care plan. You understand, right? So what you can do for people is not limited. Once you're able to identify the needs of people, then you can tailor your services to meet that particular need. And so you can choose this. So if you see my profile now, so I've written nurse, and then content writer, and then a medical content writer, right? So that is the specific category of my profile. So the skills, the 10 skills that I've added are the ones on this right side. So I hope we are getting whatever I'm explaining. If you need me to explain anything again, kindly let me know as well. So this is how you can go about selecting your skills. So for example, if you're a graphics designer now, you can choose, you can look for specific skills related to graphics design and then write it. And as you type also, the website will also give you, we bring suggestions of relevant skills that might be related to what you do. So they will also bring you those skills that you can also add. So another thing that you should need to keep in mind while adding these skills is that you need to use the kind of words that will be easily easy for people to find. Yeah. So if, for example, now if I'm someone that I need to hire a writer, for example, for maybe my book project. So what I'm going to search will be book writer or something like that, right? Or book writing project. So now, if I've tailored my profile to, maybe I'm a freelancer now, and I've tailored my profile to show that I can carry out a book project, it means that that person will be able to see my profile when the person search for, book writer or book writing project or something like that. So you should optimize your profile in such a way that, or write your skills in such a way that it becomes easy for the search engine to bring out your profile for people that need your service or the kind of services that you render. So you should keep that in mind. Next slide. If you're following, please drop something in the chat box so that I can know that you're following me. So we are still on the profile setup. So what we did was for account setup. So next we're going to go into your profile setup. So how do you set up your profile? So you need to use a professional looking picture. So use a professional picture, because the way you look, right, the way the people view you on your profile is the way they feel like, they can relate with you, right? They say first impression matters a lot, right? So the kind of impression that you leave with people should be something that lasts longer, right? So use a professional looking picture so that you're able to give a good impression to people. Then add a professional title. So this is similar to what I have explained earlier. So you can use, for example, you have written nurse, content writer, and medical content writer. So look for the title that you need to use for the kind of service you're going to render to people. And then remember that you have to optimize it for search engines so that your account can be easily found on Upwork. Next slide. So and then after that, write a professional overview. So this is more like a summary or resume of what you do. So you just have to, it can be as long as 500 words. So again, the resources that I'll be sharing with you will tell you how you can go about this so that you're able to write, effectively. So just to basically tell you what you need to do with this overview, you need to tell people what service you are rendering, right? So for example, you have said, I specialize in delivering information in a concise, clear, and a captivating manner, emphasizing quality over quantity. So recently, I changed my value proposition to, I help brands communicate their brand messages effectively so that they're able to reach their audience and then achieve their brand goals. You know what the kind of services you render and what you seek to achieve with that service. So you have to tailor your your value proposition to something so that your client will feel like, okay, this person can offer the kind of or the kind of solution that I'm looking for. So for example, if you're a graphic designer, there's a way you put out your message to people that, okay, maybe for example, I can help you design so that you're able to get customer, those kind of things, right? So you have to know the right way to put out the service so that you're able to tell people about the service you're rendering, right? So that they'll be convinced that, okay, this is the right person for the job, right? So this is just like a professional overview of what services you're rendering. So give them a value proposition. You can also give example of projects that you've done in the past, and then use that for, to help people get to know more about you. Next slide, please. Okay, so then you need to add your educational background or the course you're studying. So remember I said the fact that you're a nurse is an advantage for you, right? So you can put in your educational background now. We help them to know that, okay, yeah, this is the kind of person that I'm looking for this particular job. And then add your past work experience. So as at the time that I registered on Upwork, I didn't really have enough experience of project. I don't even have that much projects that I've done. So I was like, okay, what could I do? So at that time, I volunteered for a an organization, is an NGO. I was part of the trainer for that organization and part of the writer for the organization. So I asked the person to please draft a testimonial for me that I can upload on my Upwork account. Then I remembered, okay, I wrote for a leadership training program and we did a project, a book project then. So I added that as part of my portfolio. And also I wrote a book titled Paginomreza also, which is a documentation of my journey so far. So I just put up those three as at that time because I didn't have the, the experience yet, but I felt, okay, these are the things that I've done in the past, excuse me, that can give me, a form of credibility so that when people see this work, they can feel, they can be, they can feel like, oh, and then I can give her a project to handle, right? So when you add your past work experience, you can add projects from companies that you've worked for. If you've worked for a company or a project you've completed in the past, and if you don't have a project, for example, now we can start. We just create a dummy project. So, for example, if you're a writer now, what I did that I said got me my first writing project, I wrote an article on how to register as a foreign trained nurse in Nigeria because that was a solution that I needed at the time that I needed to register in Nigeria. So I thought I could actually help people get the necessary information with this article. So I wrote that article. And when I did, I felt, okay, I don't have a website that I can put this article on, and I don't even know who can be of help, to do that. So I just used LinkedIn. So I wrote the article and then uploaded it on LinkedIn. So, and that was how I got my, first writing project, right? So you can also do that, right? And there are also websites that you can upload your writing. I think you can use WordPress, yeah, and some other websites. Maybe at the end of the training, I will search for it and then send it to the group chat that you can write your article and then post it on. So what you need to do is just copy the link from those websites and then put it on Upwork. Another way is just upload the document of that article on Upwork. So at least you have something to show that, okay, you know what you're doing, right? So you don't have to start, that was the mistake that I made when I started that because I thought I don't have the experience. So I stopped doing things on Upwork. So I told myself that, okay, I'll first go and build up my experience before I come back to Upwork. So it was later that I got to know that, okay, this is how I can actually go about it. So that's one thing you can, keep in mind. So you don't have to limit yourself to the fact that if you are just starting out, but if you have a project already, it's a good, it's a good thing. So even if you're a graphics designer too, you can create design projects. And I think Behance, if I'm not mistaken, you can upload your portfolio to Behance and then link it to what's it called, Upwork, right? Or you can also create a profile for your account on LinkedIn and then bring it to Upwork. So that way you are able to link, show people. It's just to build trust and credibility that you are the right person for the job. Okay, so then add your language proficiency. So you choose English because you need to interact with people with English, right? So choose your English language proficiency as fluency, right? So, and then one point that I missed earlier was when you're choosing your expertise level, you have beginner, intermediate, and then expertise. Choose expertise because nobody will give work to someone that is a beginner in an intermediary, right? So choose expertise level for your experience. Next slide, please. Okay, so next thing is to set your hourly rate. So all these things, if you don't know how to go about all this, it will just give you a headache when you're trying to set up your account. So that's the reason why I'm sharing all this with you. So because you're outside Nigeria, US, and you're also just starting out, you can choose your hourly rate to be between $5 to $20 per hour. Then as you take more projects, you can increase this. So this is just to help you get your project. It doesn't mean that this is what you'll be paid. Sometimes you might be paid less, you can be paid more, right? So this is just to get started and then to be able to get projects in time. Then Upwork will charge you 20% off the amount of money that you are charging from people until you have earned over $500 with your client. And after that, the fee they'll charge you will go down. So it's just 10% of, for example, if you're earning $5, they'll take 20% of $5. Then if you've earned over 500, then they'll take 10% of that amount. So that's just their own way of earning from your, from the platform. Then you need to add your contact details and availability to people so that how they can reach you should in case you get, a writing project. Next slide, please. So how to receive payment from Upwork. So earlier we've discussed about how to set up your account and how to set up your profile. So those are the needed things, right, to get started. Before you think that of even starting out of getting clients, you need to get those parts right. If you don't get them right, then you will not be able to, land project on Upwork. So now next is after you've after you've registered your account to set up your profile, how do you receive payments? For example, you get a project now, how can you receive payment? I think that was a struggle for some people. I think I was part of a program and someone was like, oh, how can I receive payment from this platform? I was like, this is like an easily available information to people, right? But it's not everybody that know that. So I just thought to add this to this session. So you can use Payoneer. So Payoneer is accepted for Nigerians, and I'm not sure if it is for other African countries. But when I was in India, I couldn't register with Payoneer. I could only register with PayPal. So, but when I got to Nigeria, I realized I can't use PayPal. Hello.
Yeah, please go ahead, ma'am. That was a brief interruption.
Okay. So when I got back, I realized that I couldn't use my PayPal account to, with Upwork. So I needed to register with Payoneer. So you can do that with Payoneer to be able to receive payment from Upwork. So you just have to open your Payoneer account and then link it with Upwork, and then you can, receive payment from there. Next slide. So I'll just take and show you how you can do this briefly. So like I stated earlier, Payoneer is accepted for Nigerians. Then next slide. We'll come back to this slide later. Okay, so when you want to register with Payoneer, just go to Google and type Payoneer. So once you get the website, will bring this page on the left side to you, and that is so they will ask you to select the option that best describe you. So just choose a freelancer or SMB since you are a freelancer, right? So and then this next page on the right will be shown to you. So you have to click on get paid by international clients or freelance marketplaces. Next slide, and then it will bring a form that you can fill. So before that, it will click on register. So it will ask you to click on register, and once you click on register, you have these details. So you have 4 steps to complete these details. So you just need to fill in so if you see this now, the mark is on the individual, right? So it means you're doing the right thing. So you type in your name, your other details, and then complete the whole step. And after you completed the step, use your email address. So I will advise that you use the same email address that you've used on Upwork so that it becomes easy for your account, right? So use that same email address. Next slide, please. So after that, you will receive a mail to your inbox. Normally, they say it takes between 3 business days for them to verify your account, but when I did mine, it was just within a day. So, but that's the maximum that it can go. So they will send you a mail telling you that they are reviewing your application and you should wait for up to 3 business days. So after that, you get a mail asking you to verify your email address. So once you verify your mail address, next slide, they will send you a mail that your account have been verified and you can now, receive payments with your Payoneer account. So this will happen within a day, but maximum is 3 days. And then you get your customer ID and other details that you need for your account. Next slide. So once you have these details, go to your Upwork. So this is how your profile dashboard will look on Upwork. So if you see this now, you can just explore to see how to go about this. So go to settings. Then when you get to settings, click on this drop down arrow by the right. So it will bring you the other details. So once you click on that, select get paid. So next slide. So once you click on the drop down arrow, it will bring this kind of the what's it called, the layout, or how do I, oh okay, the interface like this for you, right? So select on get paid. When you choose get paid, you have to scroll down and then go to payment method. So you have to click this plus icon to add a payment method, the kind of payment method that you want. So it will bring you different options. So it has option for Payoneer, PayPal, and you know, to link your local account directly. But since you are not in the US, right, you will not be able to link your account directly. So choose the payment method, which is Payoneer. Next slide. And then it will ask you, to prompt you to add your Payoneer account. So that is your email address. So once you click that, it will take you directly to Payoneer. So on Payoneer, you can now verify. You can verify that, okay, you are the one making that move. You know, it's just for security reasons. So, and then after you've done that, they will verify that, okay, you are the person, and then maybe they might ask you some question or ask you to put in your password or something. Then after that, you get a mail directly to your inbox that your someone is trying to link an account with add a payment method to your account. Are you the one? If you are the one, verify or something. So once you approve that particular what's it called, yeah, approve the mail, you get I think it takes within 3 days again for the payment method to become effective. Yeah, so once you've added your account, after 3 days you can receive, payment from your what's it called, Upwork account into your Payoneer account. So once you've set up your Payoneer account, so directly from Payoneer you can withdraw your money to your local bank account. So depending on the kind of bank you're using, the rate also will differ. So that's how to set up your payment with Payoneer and then link it with Upwork. I hope we are getting something from this class so far. Okay, so I'll just share a few tips on how to optimize your account. So I wouldn't want to take much of your time. So I will also, like I said, I'll share you the link to the resources that you can use. You know, you can go through to optimize your account. I got someone like recently that said she landed her first project on Upwork. And I was like, oh, wow, how did you go about it? And also just to get an idea about that for this class. So she's also shared some resources with me. So, you know that sometimes I feel like it won't be easy. That's just the fact. The fact that you have to start out initially without, maybe if you're just starting out, you don't have a project, it might not be easy. You have to go through the work of, you know, reading up on how to set up your accounts, you know, doing all those kind of things, or watching tutorials to get that. But that's just the first bridge you need to cross to land projects, right? After that, you'll be able to earn money, and then you even forget about, you know, those initial struggle. So on tips to optimize your account, you can use search engine. So I remember that I read an ebook then that shared on how to go about that. So one thing that you can do is use your search engine. So on your Upwork account, change your profile to, instead of being a freelancer, to you want to hire someone. So you're looking for a freelancer now. So you are the one hiring someone now. So once you change your profile to that, so Upwork also gives you that opportunity. So you can now go to your search engine and then type the kind of service you want. Or these particular tips I'm sharing is just to help you get an idea about how people in your niche, or industry, how they've set up their accounts, and especially the top people that are earning most in your niche, how they've set up your account, and using that as a cheat code to set up your account for visibility. So just go to the search engine. So for example, now if I want to look for a top, someone that is a writer, that is a top writer in the industry, maybe a top content writer now. So I'll search for content writer. That's the keyword. So the next thing is to narrow your search. Narrow your search using the filter, right? So just change the filter. Yeah, so on the skill, choose the kind of skill that you want for the skill. So you can choose writing, like I said. When you choose writing, again, you can choose your English level proficiency. So you, on the filter, you'll be able to get all these. You know how filter work, right, for search engine. So choose the English level proficiency as fluent, since that's what your English skills is. Then the amount of earning, choose $10,000 or more. We have people that earn as much as that. So that is just to help you know how they are doing their thing, right? So once you choose $10,000 or more, then their success rate, choose about 10% and 90%, 90% and above. Then once you've chosen 90% above and the hourly rate, you can choose between $50 to $60 per hour. And again, for the kind of the amount of hours they spent on the job, you can choose like 1,000 plus. So now, once you've added all this filter, I'm not able to share my screen. I would have shown you that on Upwork directly. So okay, anyhow. So once you've type in all those things, then the Upwork will bring you the profile of these people. So they bring you the profile of people that fall within the category of all these things that I've mentioned. So, and then when you look at their profile, you realize, so this is what these people are doing to earn this much on Upwork. So one thing is look for like top 3 profiles, then save them so that I can go back to them later. So after saving them, go back to each profile, read on kind of title they've used, how they've written their professional overview, on what they've written, the kind of how they've presented their previous projects, and everything. So you'll be able to get an insight on what to do. So you won't just do anything blindly. So that way you'll be able to optimize your account for visibility. You understand? So once you've selected that, for example, be a designer now, look for a top designer in your niche, in your field, and then copy don't copy the profile word for word. I mean, copy in such that use it as a template for setting up your own account. So just use it as a cheat code to set your own account, so that you'll be able to optimize it for visibility. So one thing to keep in mind is don't forget all the other things that we've mentioned earlier on how to set up your account. But all you just need is so that you'll be able to know how to present your account, right? So that you are able to get more clients. And then so this is just a tip that I thought, okay, I'll share with you so that you can use it for your for your profile. Then after that, you can now go ahead to bid for projects, and that's how to learn projects and everything would be too much for tonight's class. So the reason why, again, I've put up those resources so that you can go through it. Too much in the sense we don't have that much time on our hands. Again, we'll not be able to cover everything, right? So go through those resources. You have video tutorials with even testimonials of people on YouTube that have done the same thing and have gotten results for for doing that suggestion, using those suggestions to land projects, right? So you can go through the resources and then see how that can be of help to you. So that will be all on how you can leverage on Upwork to to earn for yourself. So thank you so much for having me tonight. So don't forget everything that we share. Remember, you don't have it's until you find a solution, like you find a solution that you can add to people. But if you can't find that solution, you feel like what you know or what you have is still unreasonable. I was at the point where I felt, okay, whatever I have or know how to do is not something that people need. Until I relocated back to Nigeria, I realized that I've been sitting on, let me just say, I've been sitting on lots of things that could actually help me. And then I thought, because I thought that, oh, people wouldn't need my services, or I'm not the right person to offer them these services. So the only limitation you have is your mind, and do not allow that to stop you from, achieving your goals. Thank you so much for staying with me till this time.
Wow, wow, wow. Thank you so much. Oh my God. See my jota, man. See just look at my jota. See my jota, my God. Knows my Rachel. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for this training. I mean, this is just awesome. Guys, this is awesome. Thank you so much for taking out time to show us how to, leverage the media, leverage the global market space to put our services and put our product out there to attract income from all over. Thank you so much for this wonderful opportunity. We do not take it for granted. I can see that our time is far spent, and I would like to just, I want us to end the meeting now in the next 1 to 2 minutes. So guys, I want to appreciate everyone for coming and for being part of tonight's class. If you have any question as regarding tonight's training, please just do well to contact me, or just drop your message in the chats forum on WhatsApp, and we'll take it up from there. All right, guys, I would like to bring this meeting to an end right now. Once again, thank you so much, Noza Popola Rachel, for your time. And everyone, thanks so much for participating in tonight's meeting. Have a wonderful night rest.